Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of All Fours Down Podcast. Yay, yay. I got my boy Heck V in the house with myself, Obi-Wan. It is week 7 of the NFL and another prediction show. As we already have one game starting already, it is the Steelers versus the Bengals. That's one game that Hector has chosen, but I have to guess all his games and which teams that he's going for, right? And the fact that I don't know. I don't know. He's gonna have to guess mine, which is
Oh,
pretty awesome, right?
oh.
So, without further ado, let's get this show started, shall
Let's
we?
do this.
Let's
Yeah.
do this. All right. Let's go ahead and yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here. Here we go. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Yay, yay. Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm on the right slide or what. Oh yeah, that's right. We have three common games, right? So in other words, this is how it works. We're gonna have I got my top six games. Hector has his top six games. And just comparing our notes and everything else, we have three common games.
Hmm.
Okay. And the three common games is what we're gonna talk about first. And then we'll go on to Hector's and then mine. I'll save myself for last. But here we are. So we're gonna guess each other's who we going for, and I kind of like this. All right, and I hopefully maybe next season we'll add that as a bonus, right? Like you're going for this. Nope, you're wrong, right? That type deal. All right, and we got a lot of integrity here, so we already know. I already got mine in pen marked right here in my notes. Okay, so I'm gonna have Hector guess my picks first, and then I'll share my thoughts as to why he got it right or wrong, and tell you why I'm picking him. So let's go ahead and start off with my big screen here. I think it's the game of the week. Is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road against the Detroit Lions? 5-1, 3-0 on the road for the Bucks. 4-2, 2-0 at home. Wow, like away they're undefeated, and at home they're undefeated. So who has that advantage, Hector? Who do you think I'm gonna pick?
I'm thinking you're going to lean with the Detroit Lions on this one.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking that you're picking the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Mm.
So you said I'm going for Detroit.
Yes.
That is absolutely correct. Going
All
for the
right.
Detroit Lions. All right. I think because this is so much as a playoff atmosphere right now, and I think because they have a new offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator, and people are doubting the Detroit Lions, this is going to give them momentum and make a statement that yeah, we are the team that's going to have people talking that they're supposed to be in the Super Bowl. That's just as my opinion. Yes, I like the Bucks and everything else, and they look better than any other time, and yet they're still dealing with injuries. I just feel like this is a moment for Detroit, even though the last regular season game the Tampa Bay Bucks did come out victorious,
Hmm.
but I think this one the Lions got it. So was I right about you?
No,
Oh,
I too am going for the Detroit Lions on this one.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. No, Dave Campbell hasn't lost back-to-back games since 2022, so it's been a long time. And Jared Goff, he's the type of quarterback that can torch that he can take apart that opposing defenses at home, and I don't think Tampa Bay is going to have what it takes to do anything defensively to stop Detroit at home in this Monday night game. So yeah, I got Detroit on this one.
All right. I move on to the next game. The Rams and the Jaguars. I believe that you may pick the Jaguars because they've been overseas for so many times. I think they're immune of having it at the home field advantage compared to the Rams.
Okay, and I think that you picking the Rams in this game.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You're correct. I did pick the Rams. I think the experience and everything else. I still feel like the Rams got. Look, I hope they don't beat themselves in the last 2 minutes of the game, but I think that the Rams should convincingly win this game.
Yeah, I picked the Rams in this game myself. I think with Matthew Stafford in that offense, I think they can pick apart this. this Jaguars defense. And you know what's crazy is that this is going into the seventh game of the season for the Jaguars. This technically is a home game for the Jags. It's going to go down as a home game for them. And so, with that being said, they would have already. This is going to be their fifth home game this year. They played a lot of home games, and they're showing success so far. Playing against the NFC West has been a daunting challenge for them, even though played they beat the 49ers, but they had a hard time getting that victory, and then they struggled against the Seahawks. Now playing against this Ram team is not going to be it's not going to be an easy task. I think the Ram
Mm.
staff is going to take care of business.
All right, all right. So we're both going for the same two. I was wrong again. I'm 0 for 2 picking your picks for some reason. But I think I'm going to get the last one right. I had Texas and the Seahawks, 10 o'clock game on Monday Night Football. I think home field advantage has to be a must here. Both teams are struggling. And when I say this, the Texans are 1-2 with the same record as Seahawks at home. But something has to give, right? Seahawks have more to gain for on this one because they're trying to catch up to the 49ers. And don't get me wrong, I am disappointed how the Texans are playing this year. Um, I'd say you and I, no, you are going for Seattle.
Yes, I am going for Seattle.
Yes.
Yes, I'm thinking that you're going to go for Houston on this one. I think that this is somewhat of a quote unquote upset game for you.
I wish, but you are absolutely wrong. I have the Seahawks. I was leaning against the Houston Texans. I'm a big fan. I think they got it. I love CJ Stroud, man. He's my
Mhm.
hero. He ain't been the team's not my heroes right now, and I don't think they're gonna bring their A game on Monday night. I think it's a lot for them, especially the travel, especially being in Seattle. The 12th man is gonna take an effect. Seahawks are going to win.
Yeah, I believe the crowd is going to hype them up. I think that offense will take the big fight to the Houston's feisty defense, but at the end, I think Seattle's offense will prevail in this one.
All right, let's go ahead and start with your picks. The three that we had little differences here. Um, I'm assuming because of the conditions of the Bengals, you went ahead and picked the Steelers over the Bengals.
Yeah, that is correct. I like this. This is a long-standing rivalry. We know that. I'm just not in particularly a fan of each of the quarterbacks, but at this point right now, I would, if I have to pick the lesser of the two evils, I would trust more, Aaron Rodgers than I would Flacco at this point. Seriously, it seems like the Bengals to me were just on a desperate high to go get somebody that could be experienced per se to help
Mm.
this franchise until their quarterback can come back from injury. And so I think that's just a desperate move, a desperate motivation for the Bengals. So I got the Steelers winning this game.
All right, the Raiders and the Chiefs this is a big rivalry. It takes me back to the days I was in Colorado. But the Raiders, when they ever go against their division, you never know. But for something with Pete Carroll and the way that team is playing, something's not clicking here. Um, I must go ahead and say that you're going for the Chiefs on this one because I believe they've turned things around. We're seeing the good side of the Chiefs trying to make a run back and take over that division.
Yeah, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. This team has starting to they got the oil, you know, in the right position. They got the engine revved up, and they're starting to take off in the right direction now. So, the wheels are hitting the ground, and I just even though I picked the Chiefs, but I expect the Raiders to give them a fight. I mean, this is a rivalry that we know that anything can happen on any given Sunday.
Mm.
So I don't think this is going to be a runaway game for the Chiefs. But I still got the Chiefs.
I hope it does because that way it puts more pressure on the Chargers because they still got a rematch with Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah, man, the Chargers ain't looking good in that division right now.
Oh
But
my gosh.
but hey, that's for talk for a later time, right? And then the Eagles and the Vikings. I mean, I thought the Vikings looked better with their backup than their primary quarterback. But hey, that's another thing. But the Eagles, are they going to turn around because they got beat by the New York Giants? Just saying, they got a couple of extra
Mm.
days to like figure out what they're doing. They're so concentrated on the tush push, they forgot to play everything else. You know, it's 100 yards, right? Not just
Mhm.
like 1 yard line. Just saying. Can you believe that they what didn't they do like two attempts, two tush push just to get a touchdown or
Uh,
three?
I think it was two, but either way, they still failed. And
No, no, they made it right.
no, that one that the Giants made it a goal line stance. They stopped them.
Oh,
The
yeah,
Giants
oh
stopped them. It was like there was
man,
nothing the Giants could do wrong that night. And I'm like, where
right?
was this all year? Really?
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, can the Vikings take the Giants blueprint on the Eagles and be successful? I'm saying that you're picking the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm picking the Eagles to bounce back here. I think Jalen Carter's coming back, and I think they get on the right track here. Carson Wentz is going to be a problem. I think if he starts, I think it'll probably be best for him to start for the Vikings. And
Yeah,
if he
keep JJ
does,
McCarthy away, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
and if so, he's going to have to lean on Justin Jefferson. But I mean, how much can you put on the pressure on Jefferson to try to save the day for this game for them? I think the Eagles do bounce back in a must win for them. So yeah, I got the Eagles.
Oh man. Oh wow. Listen, um, I kind of messed up on this one, man, because the title don't match what we're doing. But that's all right though. We're week
Weeks.
7
Yeah.
of the NFL prediction, and I'm definitely trying to see if I can update all right now. Week 7 games between Hector and myself, Obi One. There we go. Hopefully it works, man, because we're live right now, and oh boy, there
Whoop,
we
whoop.
go.
There it goes.
Whoop, there it is. All right, let's move on to my picks. Oh man, trouble. I know. My bad. Your fault. Um, yeah, here we go. We all right. We all right. Here we go. Dolphins and the Browns. That's my pick. The Colts and the Chargers, the Commanders and Cowboys. So let's start with the Dolphins and the Browns, Hector.
I think you're just going. I think you're going to go for that 1-5 team that who's struggling really bad, and I think I think they're going to come. I think they're going to make a few plays here and there on offense, and I think they're going to win the game. And I just think that I think you're going to lean with the lesser here. I think you're
Oh
going
man, yeah, you're absolutely right. I am going for the Dolphins.
to.
I'm going for the Dolphins. I'm going for the experience over than the rookie quarterbacks that the Cleveland Browns have. All right, I know Dylan Gabriel's there. I was starting for the Browns, but this is the guy that bounced back in different colleges, 3 different colleges just to settle down in Oregon. Didn't do much, made a lot of noise, but they didn't take the team anywhere.
Oh, he didn't
Um,
play for every Division I team in college.
he could have if they would have gave it to him. Um,
Golly.
yeah, but
I,
anyhow,
I thought he was still. I thought he was still in the transfer portal right now.
oh man, yeah, don't get me started with the transfer portal. Because I know they made some changes for the transfer portal now, and they got a set date in January. But
Yeah,
on this point, I'd rather have Shadur Sanders a start. Maybe the Browns have a better chance. But the
Mm.
Dolphins, I got Dolphins winning. The Colts and the Chargers, an interesting one. Who you got? Who you think
Yeah,
I got?
I would think that with the way the Chargers are kind of slipping just a smidge, I think you're going to go back to since your Giants kind of garbage there. I think you're going to go with Daniel Jones here
Ooh,
in the
man.
Indianapolis Colts.
Nice try, but I have to say no. I
No.
can't do it. I can't do it, man.
Okay.
How long? Look, knowing Harbaugh, this
Mhm.
team is not going to sink again.
Right.
I think they're going to start their winning streak. The Chargers being at home 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
I think this game is going to be a field goal at the very end, and finally, the Chargers will get on board on their winning streak and get by the Colts.
And to be honest, I don't think will be a bad loss for the Colts. It's not a
No.
division game, and I don't think it'll come. I don't think this game will even matter come down to the stretch at the end of the season. Honestly, I really don't. For at least a head-to-head tie, for whatever reason, I don't see it happening. So I don't
Mm.
think. To me, this is maybe a meaningless game. I don't. Really, so it's not a bad loss for the Colts if they lose this game. To
No,
me,
not a bad
no,
loss at all.
no.
But if it seems
But
like
if they win,
yeah, but it just seems like every time we doubt the Colts, they Colts find a way to answer. Remember, they got an awesome running game that's allowing Daniel Jones to beat the quarterback. That
yes.
means they got a
Yeah.
great offensive lineman, right?
Hmm.
And but when are the Chargers going to wake up? This is their moment, and it
Hmm.
looked like they're just sinking ship, right? Starting out 3-0, they're 4-2. That's a
Yes, I know.
problem.
I
That's a
know.
problem.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We were high on them a couple of weeks back, and now we're doubting them.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm gonna see how this turn out, but it's gonna be an interesting game. And then lastly, the Commanders and the Cowboys.
oh my God, a great standalone rival for so many decades between these two. I would think that you're going to go with consistency, and you're going to go with the Washington Commanders here.
Absolutely correct. I'm definitely going for Jaden. Oh my God, Daniels. Excuse me.
Jaden
Well, we're
Daniels.
talking about one quarterback. Now we got the other quarterback. Definitely right. I think the Commanders will squeak on by and win out in the fourth quarter against the Cowboys. As you can see on my screen, there's not a full star for the Cowboys. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. That one tiebreaker just killed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and you could say that they're undefeated at home, but you still got that one tie that happened there in Dallas. But anyhow, Commanders is a must win. They got to keep up with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it's a two-team battle to win the NFC East, and this is one of those games that Commander needs to win to make that happen.
I,
So
yeah, I mean the Cowboys. Look at the Cowboys' record. They're one win away of being in second, and one loss away of being in last. It's like this is just crazy.
I
And
know.
And despite the Cowboys, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Cowboys have the number one offense in the NFL right now.
Hmm.
But think about this: the Commanders and Jaden Daniels is 10-2 when the Commanders score 24 or more points. So if this becomes a shootout, it's going to probably favor the Commanders at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, it could
It
be.
could be another 30 plus game points between those two teams.
Actually, the number one offensive team right now is the Detroit Lions.
Is it? I thought it was
The
the Cowboys.
Cowboys are second right now in the
Uh,
NFC, but the Cowboys also giving up a lot of points.
yeah, they
So
are. They are.
they're 6 point negative in differentials.
Hmm.
So yeah, but the Commanders themselves, man, their defense is solid. But the number one defense right now is the Minnesota Vikings. Um, and yet they're 3-2, but they don't give up that many points. You see what I'm saying?
They
So
just can't put enough points.
that's what's hurting them. Exactly.
And the Cowboys
Exactly.
are just flipped around. Cowboys can put the
Mhm.
points, and they can't stop the points from
Mhm.
happening.
So check this out. The hottest teams right now would stay in the AFC. New England Patriots, the Pittsburgh Steelers, which they're playing right now. They're trying to make it four-game win streak there. And then you also have the Denver Broncos, which host the New York Giants this weekend. They've won three in a row. And the way they've been winning is all in the fourth quarter. If
Hmm.
you look at the NFC, the Chicago Bears have won three straight games. They started out 0-2, now they're 3-2. And they're making that division hard, man.
Yeah.
Hard. Right now, the Packers are in a half game lead over the Lions. Sound
Man.
like MLB, right?
Yeah.
And then let's talk about the bad team, right? We know that the New York Jets are the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah.
All right, they're winless. But if you look at anyone else, it's a combination. The AFC North really is downhill. Okay. Bengals 2-4, the Ravens 1-5, the Browns in 1-5. It's no wonder that the Steelers are running away in that division. And then let's see. In the NFC, whoo wee. Oh, it's Oh yeah, the Arizona Cardinals. How they started 2-0 and lost four straight. They're now 2-4. That's bad. And
Yeah.
and and they lose by the dumb stuff. They
Yeah.
lose on stuff that is the basic fundamentals that they can't figure out.
Right.
Like not holding on the ball when you cross the end zone. Just saying. The whole goal is to score a touchdown, right?
That's the goal.
Not
Yeah.
not give away touchbacks.
Yeah. For real. I agree.
For real, for real. I think that should be a penalty if somebody was to do that and automatically give the other team 2 points.
Hmm.
They
Why
should they should make a ruling like that.
not?
You see how they hold on to the ball, and then they should find a guy to do that too. Teams should find the players. Let's add some more. What else can we come up with? Suspend them for a quarter. Damn. No.
No Gatorade for the second for the third quarter.
Come on now. That dude will fall out be in that tent and then Dable gonna go, hey, how's he doing? Just go
Yeah.
in them tent.
We need him out there. He's not making it. He
You know, I
can't.
haven't I haven't really followed up on if they ever find him or got him in trouble for that stuff.
You,
I,
that was a desperate move right
I've
there.
never seen anyone to put the camera on the coach and just go in the tent. You know what I mean? It's like there's no hippo, there's no law about that stuff. Like dude's in a concussion protocol. You're like, yo, get him out of here, clear him.
I don't care if there's a bone protruding out of his leg. I get him out there. Russell Wilson just got sacked.
Better hurry up before I get fired.
Put Jameis Winston out there. No.
No, I know. I don't understand why not.
I mean, the dude could throw for 500 yards in a quarter. He just throw about 4 interceptions at the same time. I mean, that's his.
He
That's
said, he
that's his
said, go
mantra.
deep.
Yeah.
He said, go deep.
Yeah, that's his mantra. That's what he
Better
does.
go get it.
Somebody gonna get it. maybe the opposite team, but somebody gonna get
Oh man.
it. I'll just say he could have moved Jamie Winston in for that one play. He would have done something instead of
Oh.
just throw the ball on the ground like Russell did. Boy, Russell got booed throughout the whole tri-state
Dude,
area.
he got booed when they when he went out to the field into the huddle.
Boy, he just for real.
And then as soon as he threw that one play, yo, the whole crowd erupted with the boos. I was
Yeah.
like, damn. I would thought like, yo, they could build a commercial out of that. Do you want to get away? Southwest Airlines, $99 to take a round trip to the Bahamas. They could have
For
done that. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Sponsored by the NFL.
For
Oh
real.
man, it's just so real. Right now, the depth chart of the New York Giants is Jackson Dart. It's a starter. Russell Wilson is the backup, and then Jameis Winston is the third string quarterback. But you might as well just put Russell Wilson and Winston and switch them because there's just nothing left for Wilson, and Winston's a lot younger. So why not put him as a backup?
Yeah.
You know,
Go ahead and just trade Wilson to somebody who needs a quarterback right now.
right? The bad part about the New York Giants is they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 players right now in the IR, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And they got a whole list of people that are left questionable, and majority of them are the backups.
I
That's
mean,
sad,
and we can't use that as an excuse because we see the teams like Buccaneers and the 49ers who are winning with injuries.
dude. But the backups, bro, the backups injury,
I
the starters look better than the backups. But damn, what happens if the starters go out? Like you got no backup.
yeah, that
That's bad.
it is bad. It just tells you the state of the conditioning of the team. How what are they doing to not keep their players in conditioning?
So in defense, and I was hearing this on the morning show on Fox with two Joe and two cup of Joes or something like that.
Mhm.
I killed the title, but it doesn't matter. It's the morning show, and they were saying like they were comparing what are the worst football fields in the NFL. And number one, really, well, the top two right now is the Chicago Bears and the
Mm-hmm.
New York Giants.
Mm.
MetLife Stadium is not a great place to play. And that's why the Giants have so much injuries, especially leg injuries.
But
You
do we
know,
hear that from the Jets though? Do we hear these many?
yes,
The Jets?
yes. And it's not just the Jets, it's everybody that plays in MetLife Stadium. They get injured quickly there. But the thing is that you would think in it makes sense that when you are invested in a stadium like MetLife Stadium, because it's a multi-use stadium.
Yeah.
You know, the WWE did their WrestleMania there. They
Mm-hmm.
got concerts there. They play soccer there and everything else. Um, they utilize those fields and stuff like that. And so instead of having a grass, they say that the grass, a football grass, it takes over $800,000 for maintenance compared to what they have now. I guess it's like a turf that they're it's cheaper. It's $125,000 to maintain maintenance on them. So that's a big cut. But then again, it's a multi-billion-dollar investment in the revenue and everything else that you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to set the conditions straight for the players. I think that the union, right, the NFLPA
Mm-hmm.
needs to get involved because we talked about injuries. There's a lot of injuries, and it's really hard for sometimes for us to pick these games because every week somebody's falling,
But
right? And it makes it harder, right, to maintain momentum. And it is, you know. And how can the NFL fix that? How can they? By how are they going to get the owners to own up and be like, how can we improve the quality for the players to play on the field? I mean, they're investing on the players. You're
yeah.
spending so much money on their contracts. You're paying them over $100 million or whoever. I mean, look at what Aaron Rodgers had to go through when he played for the Jets in the first game. Couple of
Oh,
snaps and he was out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It can happen, and those injuries can happen at MetLife Stadium. So how can you make improvements so that won't happen again? Now, don't get me wrong, guys are gonna get injured, right?
Yeah.
Tackles or whatever, but no one should get injured for a non tackle event.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
something to think about.
Yep. It is.
Yeah. But anyways, hey, that wraps up our show on the NFL Week 7 picks. Tune in every Tuesday for the college football. Also, on the weekends, you can check out my top 25 on college football. And every Thursday at this time, we are talking about our picks, the NFL for this weekend. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who you got winning? And what are your top 6 picks? Leave a comments below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast platform. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.